Hello and welcome to Module 14, Lesson 2. We're going to look at some applications of quadratics. We've solved proportions a long time ago, and we've done radical equations before, but we haven't done them where they resulted in a quadratic, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So take a look at this. With with proportions, we cross multiply. So x plus 3 times x plus 9 equals 5 times 8, and we'll write that out. X plus 3 times x plus 9 equals 8 times 5. Well, do you remember how to multiply two binomials? That was FOIL. We also did a box method there. X squared plus 9x plus 3x plus 27, and then 8 times 5 is 40. If I combine like terms, I get x squared plus 12x plus 27 equals 40, and you see we have a quadratic. We know how to solve these now. We can subtract 40 from both sides to get it equal to 0, which results in x squared plus 12x minus 13 equals 0. And now we can go through all of our possible ways of solving this. I always check for factoring first. Can I factor this? Hopefully you see that you can. Pause it. See if you can find the two factors. Okay, hopefully you paused it. 13 and negative 1. If I write it as a product of factors, x plus 13 times x minus 1 equals 0. Set both of those equal to 0. And then solve those easy equations. Minus 13, you get x equals negative 13, add 1, you get x equals 1. Those are my two solutions for this problem. If I would take those numbers and plug them back in for x on both of them, the two sides would be equal. Okay? Let's do a radical equation. So we want to get the radical out of here. Okay? How do we do that? We have to square both sides. The radical and the squared would then cancel. And that would leave me with 3x plus 10 with no radical anymore. But we have to do that on the other side too. We have to square the other side. Well, x plus 4 squared is x plus 4 times x plus 4, which again we FOIL. So x squared plus 4x plus 16. Combine like terms. You get 3x plus 10 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. Now, we have to get it equal to 0, and this is a little bit different. We got to move 3x, and we have to move 10. So we're going to subtract both of those to the other side. 3x minus 3x is 0. 10 minus 10 is 0, so I have 0 left on the other side. X squared doesn't combine with anything. 8x minus 3x is 5x, and 16 minus 10 is 6. And you see we have a quadratic left over. This one factors pretty easily, 3 and 2. So that means my two solutions are negative 3 and negative 2. With radicals, it's always important to make sure you plug them back in to check and see if they're actually solutions. Okay, so let's plug it in. Negative 3, do that first. 3 times negative 3 plus 10, so that's negative 9 plus 10. Negative 9 plus 10 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. If I put negative 3 in on the right-hand side, negative 3 plus 4 is also 1, so they are equal. Works. Negative 3 works. Let's try negative 2. 3 times negative 2 plus 10, that's negative 6 plus 10, which is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. If I put negative 2 on the right-hand side, negative 2 plus 4 is 2 as well. So yes, that one works as well, meaning both of those are solutions. Okay, and that concludes lesson 2, a couple examples of how quadratics show up in things that we've already done.